Hello and welcome to the second part of the training video on creating a chart with a double y-axis. This video will take you through part 2, part 3, and part 4 of the printed instructions. So in this video you are going to learn how to make these first y-axis and the second y-axis, and also to add a title to the chart. So let's go ahead and get started. So go ahead and click below the data of your chart, and then look above the spreadsheet. You'll see a tool called Charts. Go ahead and click that. The type of chart we want to make is a line chart, so choose that, and then just use the first option available. You can go ahead and move your chart out of the way so you can see your data. Then, up from the top menu bar, up at the top of the screen, choose Chart from the top and then choose Source Data. And we're going to use this dialog box to create the two y-axes. So the first thing you need to do is click on Add. Then, first thing we're going to do is name our first y-axis. So we're going to click in the Name text box, and then this little red thing is the selection tool. We'll click that. It closes the dialog box and takes you back to the spreadsheet. So click in cell B2, so we can go ahead and say that B2 is the name of our first y-axis. Then you click on the selection tool again to expand the dialog box. Now, next to y values, remove what is in the text box by selecting it and then pressing delete. Then again, you click on the selection tool, and now you're going to select a range B3 to B6. Then click on the selection handle or tool, and now you've set up your first y-axis. Now we want to do our second y-axis. So if you're following in the printed instructions, we're now part 3, creating the second y-axis. So we're going to click on Add. Again, we're going to name it, so you click in the Name text box and grab the selection tool. The name for the second y-axis is Dow Jones. I'm going to click on that, expand the dialog box again. Then now I'm going to actually put in the value for my second y-axis. So I need to remove from the y value text box that one that's currently there. So I select it and press my delete key. Then click on the selection tool and select the range for the second y-axis, which is C3 down to C6. Okay, so you got that range selected. You can see it here, C3 down to C6. Again, click on the selection tool to expand the dialog box. And now you can see you have your two y-axes, your Apple and Dow Jones. So go ahead, and if you want to, we can also create the category axis just by clicking there. Click on the selection tool, and you can select 2009, 10, 11, and 12. And now return again to the dialog box and then click OK. There. So that is our chart has been created. We have our y-axis for Dow Jones and our y-axis for Apple. However, what we are missing is the axis bar itself, the secondary axis bar. So to put that in, you're going to go to the y-axis for Dow Jones, and do you see here the little square that represents the data point itself? Double click on that. That opens up a dialog box called Format Data Series, and over on the left you see an option for axis. Go ahead and click on axis, and then where it says Plot Series On, well, we want to plot Dow Jones on the secondary axis because the Apple stock is on the first one. So choose secondary axis and click OK. And you'll see now here is the axis that shows the data points for Dow Jones, and on the left shows the stock prices for the Apple stock. So now you can go ahead and finish the formatting process. So let me show you a completed chart. And this is what we want yours to look like when you're done. You're going to put in a title. You're going to add some background to the chart area here, and add a picture then to the plot area. And you should know how to do that. So go ahead and use the tools you learned in Unit 1. If you have any questions, please ask your teacher or a fellow classmate. Thanks for listening. Bye.